if only. Do you ever wish you had a do-over in life? You know, so many different things we might have done differently, maybe made different choices. Maybe it was with school, maybe our career choice, maybe even relationships. I'm Glenda Jensen, founder of Jensen Financial Group. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. That's the Retirement Lady, that's me. And make sure that you also hit that little bell so that you will just be notified as new videos get posted to my channel. So I work a lot with retirement and retirement planning, and retirees, one of the biggest do-overs they wish they had was saving more money for retirement and starting earlier. So I want to talk a little bit about those because I want people to understand that you don't have to be a millionaire to retire. In fact, the earlier we start thinking about retirement, the less we actually have to save. So I'm going to go over a concept I'm sure most of you have probably heard it before, but just to kind of put this little frame around this issue, and that is compounding interest. All right, so if you take, let's say $10,000, and we're going to use a compounding rate of 4%, which is not terrible, but not great, but good enough for this example. $10,000, a 4% annual compounding. In 10 years, that will turn that $10,000 into almost $15,000, pretty close. But if we move that out even further, say 40 years, that $10,000, again, 4% compounding interest annually, that $10,000 becomes $48,000. Now I know what some of you are thinking, really, Glenda, 30 years? Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not all that uncommon. If you're smart enough to have come in and watched this video, you may be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I don't know. All right. But what I do know is that the more time you have, the less money you need to get to that goal. For example, if we only have, say, 20 years out before we feel like we want to retire, then you would need, over that 20-year period, $22,000 to get the $48,000 that we got in the first example. So it takes us twice as much money to make up for those 20 years less. Okay, so I know it's kind of a weird concept, but the whole purpose behind this is to help people understand that time is critical when it comes to saving for retirement. Is it realistic? Who knows? You know, I will say that a lot of my clients are 70, maybe a little less, maybe a little older, but a lot of them are still working. All right, so sometimes the retirement age is not 60. 70 is the new 60 right now. So it's not all that uncommon to work that long. So even if you are 30 years old, a 40-year example puts you at 70, that might just hit the nail on the head perfectly. I'm just saying, just have an open mind about that. But the whole idea is basically this. If you are younger, make sure that you become consistent in saving money. It may not be $1,000 a month. It may only be $100 a month, whatever the case may be. Now, I know some of you have no problem paying Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, going out to eat, having a drink at the bar. And I'm not saying don't do that anymore. All I'm saying is maybe just cut back a little and start a retirement account. Just a thought. And if you want some help with that, that's what I'm here for. Where do you put it? How do you set it up? What's the best way to invest? These are things that a lot of people have questions on, and sometimes they just skip right by it because they just don't know. So that's my 2 cents worth for now. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. Again, make sure you hit that bell so that you're notified whenever we post another video. And lastly, feel free to make any comments if you want at the bottom here. Just make sure that you're kind. Okay. Again, I know this is a concept that might be a little bit off or just isn't realistic for you guys, but the concept is solid, and if you want my help implementing that, no matter where you are at this stage in your life, feel free to reach out to me. Have a great one. Thanks.